Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for our Idiot's Guide to Hurricane Preparation. And this is going to be more of the inside preparation. I did a quick one on more of the outside stuff. This is more of the inside things you need to take care of. And one of the things, depending on where you're at and what options you have and whatnot, is fuel. You're going to want as much gas as you can get without being ridiculous. Don't go hoarding 1,000 gallons of gas if you don't have a generator or no use for it. But I've got 10 gallons there. I've got a 1 single can right there. My street bike is fully gassed up. My dirt bikes are both gassed up fully. But I have a generator, and that's why I have gas. Also, if I decide for some reason I have to take off, I'm taking the gas cans with me in my truck in order to get from gas station to gas station in case I run out. I've got all three of my vehicles are fully charged up with full tanks of gas, so if I don't have any air conditioning, I can set in the vehicle. What I'm going to be able to have, because I do have a generator, my generator is actually not that big. It's only a 3100 watt, but it's a pure sine wave inverter, and it's also super ass quiet. This thing was over $1,000. It's insanely expensive, but it is amazing. It's super efficient on power, on gas consumption. It has 12 volt, it has the 110 outputs, it'll run my air conditioner. And speaking of which, my version of prepping is I have a window air conditioner right here that I can throw into a window, or even when my vehicles want to run it off the generator. I can throw it in the garage, I can put it anywhere I want and keep it cool. If the weather gets really bad and nobody has power, which we might be without power for a couple weeks, that is going to be an absolute lifesaver, is a air conditioner. They're cheap, less than $200 for that one. That one actually came out of my van, my camper van. The other thing I do have, which is going to be darker here to really see, but I have propane tanks down underneath there. I've got about 100 gallons of propane. I've got two 20-pound tanks and two 30-pound tanks, so about 100 pounds of propane. This is actually a little tiny mini propane grill. It's amazing. I love that little thing. I take it camping with me all the time. It'll cook a giant 30-ounce T-bone on it like a dream. It makes great work of that. Another thing, worst case scenario, who the hell knows what will happen, I have my two kayaks in here ready to go. They've got their life vest in them. The paddles are actually right there above it. They're going to be ready to go. Shit hits the fan, it starts to flood here, I can kayak my ass out of here. I do have a spray skirt for one and a pump for the other to pump water off if it gets bad. If shit gets really bad, a motorcycle helmet. Don't be looking like you're all too prideful to be able to get on a motorcycle helmet. There's no reason to. If shit starts flying, your roof's going to fall apart. Put a helmet on. It's not a big deal. This is, again, where we're at. We have also two plastic containers right here that are watertight, waterproof containers that if I have to bail out, I can throw stuff in. I have all my documents and stuff are already in waterproof containers inside the house. Over here in the freezer, I have 4 gallons and half-gallon jugs of frozen solid of drinkable water, potable water, and 2 gallons of tea also in there frozen solid. That way it adds water source so I can actually keep myself alive while drinking the water. On top of that, it also gives me a good source of keeping my cooler cold, which is a big major thing. I also have taken the time when it comes to food, talking about food prep, nobody really thinks about it. They go and get a bunch of stuff they can't cook because they don't have the ability to cook it. In here, we have some orange juice, we have tea, we have some pop, more tea, some food that's already been cooked up. All we gotta do is heat somehow and serve. We do have fresh vegetables, which we can eat. There's some red meat I'm gonna cook here in just a little bit, get that cooked up. Some granola bars, some chocolate, condiments we don't care about so much, but I also have a bunch of hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs are a really great way to get there. Tons of proteins, good easy food to eat, they're quick to consume, and they work really well for traveling. Over here we have 2 7-gallon jugs that are filtered, RO filtered water, 100% full, ready to go. I have another half gallon in the fridge of drinkable water. I have 2 pitchers and a jug here that's tap water, completely drinkable. I don't drink tap water, but I can. That can be used for bathing, washing hands, all kinds of things. Oh, that's something else I forgot to show you. I also have out here, I have my small bucket, which will be used to pull water like from my bathtub to the toilet, to be able to flush your toilet. You can use river water if you want for that, if you can get out of your house, which there's about anywhere from 16 hours or so, possibly we will not have water source. Oh, I moved it inside, didn't I? I did. Okay, that's why I didn't do it there. I have there it is. This is a pump-up weed sprayer that has a kitchen faucet nozzle on it. This right here, it's got water in it. It's out here in the garage. The garage is about 85 degrees right now, so that water's going to be nice and warm. You pump it up and you can take a shower. That thing is already full. That'll get me actually 2 showers out of that one container right there. And the cool part about it is when you let off the button, guess what? It stops blowing water, which saves you water. So now back to the water consumption. Like I said, we have all the water we need. We do also have down here in the sink a little bit of bleach, which you can see the bleach is a really good thing to have. Because you can treat water. We also have some cleaners and stuff, some different items there that we're going to need for spray bottles. I mix a little bit of Dawn dish soap up in a handheld water bottle sprayer, and by doing that way I don't waste a bunch of water. I just spray my hands down with some Dawn disinfectant soap and I'm good to go. Because of that, I'm able to not waste a bunch of water. I spray it off, spray it with the clean fresh water one only, and boom, I am ready to go. So the other thing here in the bathroom, we do have our tub full of water. As you can see, it's basically that water right there is going to be, could be drinking water. If you come down to it, you're here for days and days and days, but that's mostly going to be toilet flushing water is what that's going to be. That's what that is for, and it's right next to the toilet. Take that green bucket I just showed you and drop that in there and you're all good to go. So the other thing I've talked about is in prepping, you want to make sure you have your medications. If you're on medications and that kind of stuff, you want to have it all in like Ziploc bags, have it ready to go, have it pepped up, have it handy in case you have to bug out to like a shelter or a safe area, that kind of deal. Also have a bunch of money, have a ton of cash on you. A lot of cash is very, very helpful, and make them small bills. I had somebody I was talking to earlier today and they had like $900 in cash, but they were all $100 bills. So unless you're going to pay $100 for a 5-gallon gas can, if somebody has, then you're screwed. So went ahead, and it might be $100 for a 5-gallon gas can if the time comes, or for a 5-gallon bucket of water. Who knows if the world gets really, really bad. But I don't see that happening. It's not going to be that way, I don't think. But I've got a bunch of, 20 is my biggest bill I have. So everything else is there. Anything that can't be replaced, family photos and stuff, get them in waterproof containers if possible, or whatnot. So definitely, that there's the big thing on the inside of the house. I've already done the outside for the whole concept of the boarding up windows and stuff. I might go back out and show that again a little bit closer of actually what I've done, but that's our main prep. This room right here, which you can see, we're in the bathroom behind me. It is a windowless room in the dead center of this house. So the nice part about this is the fact that if shit hits the fan and it gets really, really bad, we will end up in this room, which it's not that big, but it's enough room for me, my girl, and my dog. So we can definitely live in here for a little while. We've got tons of food, assuming our house stays intact, because it's now talking like it's Cat 5 coming. We've got Cat 4 already, and assuming our house stays intact, we're gonna be perfectly fine. I've got a generator, I've got all the power, and yes, by the way, I have started my generator. My generator does run. I checked it just, yesterday, so it's all good to go. Everything is taken care of. My dirt bike, the 2-stroke oil, it's in the gas, it's already in there, it's good to go too. So please, guys, don't wait till the last minute. I had every bit of my prep done except for I went and bought 18 water bottles, like the little bottles of water in 3 6-packs at Dollar General a couple days ago, because I realized if I'm giving out, if somebody's helped me or somebody's staying here, I can handle a bottle, we can refill it from my big jugs. I cannot do that. I don't want to hand somebody just some random like cup out of my cupboard and go, here, bring that back, I guess, after the storm. So that's what I did there. It's all good. It's all fine. Aside from my house collapsing around me, I am not worried one bit. With the Cat 4, Cat 5 winds coming, there is a possibility of that happening. But tons of water. You cannot have too much water. Don't go crazy thinking you got to buy a bottle of water. Everybody's fighting over a bottle of water, and there's gallon jugs sitting there. I had a lady look at me, she goes, what the hell can I do with a gallon jug of water? And I said, you can drink it. You have a cup or you have a bottle in your hand, you refill the bottle and you drink it. And she goes, oh, I guess I can't I? Because all she was thinking about was only buying bottled water. So a lot of guys buy Pop-Tarts, kind of random like that. It's going to fuck up your stomach. So buy food that you're going to be able to eat that you're eating normally. Fresh vegetables, that kind of thing. Have a grill, have yourself the ability to actually take care of yourself, and do all this prep prior to the storm getting here. Then you won't be these maniacs out here all freaking out and yelling at people because you have nothing, and you don't have any way of taking care of yourself. So talk to your neighbors, let them know if something happens to their house, they're welcome at your place, so on and so forth. Take care of each other, and most importantly, get out there, stay safe, and prepare ahead of time. Nobody prepares ahead of time. I even laughed. If we had power, we're good for a month in our house if we have power with air conditioning. If we don't have air conditioning, it's going to suck. But I'm a guy who stays prepared. I'm always prepared for anything. I've got a go bag packed packed at all times with like my toothbrush and that deodorant and kind of stuff. You never know, somebody might call up and go, hey, I just want to go to the Bahamas, and you're taking off the Bahamas. You never know what kind of trip you might miss out on if you don't stay prepared. So anyway, that's all I got for right now, guys. I hope you have yourself a safe and wonderful day. I maybe hope these tips give you some pointers for like filling your bathtub up with water, that kind of stuff. And on the toilet, does not need to fill the back of the tank. You waste so much water. If you have to flush your toilet, take that jug, less than a gallon of water will flush your toilet. Pull it right in the bowl, and just out of like a milk jug, preferably a bucket, goes more quicker, fills up, flushes right down, and you're gonna save a ton of water as opposed to putting it in the back of the tank and flushing. Because you're gonna waste a lot of water that way. And as soon as you know it's starting to flush, stop pouring your bucket. You won't even waste a full gallon jug of water that way. So anyway, take care, guys. Be safe and stay sane. Thanks for watching.